about online dating?
I think it's a waste.
You think it's a waste?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Well, because nobody ever says who, nobody is ever who they really are when they go on those websites. Nobody goes on one of those websites and genuinely expresses their true personality. They all use some sort of cover identity, every single one of them. So, yeah, I think those...
Like catfish kind of thing?
Yeah.
The Craigslist killer? But like eHarmony and all that stuff, the stuff you pay, like the subscriptions, they have a pretty high success rate. 5 out of 7 people that do it like it and kind of make it happen,
Can you really believe that?
Well, it's a pretty statistic,
Proven by who?
Proven by, interviewing actual couples, like 5-10 years down the road. Most of them are married and have kids,
Actual couples who most likely took bribes from that company to say good things about it.
Well, that could be true, and I don't know that for a fact, but, based on the reports that I've seen, it says otherwise. But you don't like it, you don't think it's a waste?
No.
No? I mean, is that just what you feel? Did you have a bad experience at all? Did you firsthand do online dating? Did you ever try it yourself?
No, I have not, but I know somebody who goes on those sites all the time, and almost all the time, nobody is who they sense you.
Gotcha. Okay, well, thank you, Eric. I appreciate it.
No problem.
What are your opinions on online dating?
I think it's a great way for people to meet people.
Okay.
I have a lot of friends who date online. I have a lot of friends who've met and married.
Okay.
Do they have good success rates, or like is it something that ends up turning into something good, or is it more of like bad?
Like a healthy relationship?
Yeah, is it healthy or?
Yeah, well, going back to the days of newspaper ads, I've got friends who met through newspaper dating ads who are still married and happily together.
Really?
I just think it's a different way to meet people.
Yeah.
And I think you get to meet people you wouldn't normally meet. Many of us have very circumscribed lives where we don't really get outside of our rut to meet other people, and I think it's a good way of being able to get out there and meet new people.
Gotcha. Do you prefer that over just regular dating? Over just meeting people, in a coffee shop, like old school? Do you prefer the new newspaper or the online versus, the old school traditional way?
Well, I think you start off with a little kind of emailing or, texting, and then it turns into the same coffee shop date. So I just think it's a different way to actually begin the introductory phase.
Okay.
Now, as far as like dating websites go, have you ever heard of like catfishing? And it's like have you ever heard of the show Catfish on MTV? It's where
I don't watch TV, sorry.
it's where they make fake profiles. And so the people could end up being someone else, and then you're...
No, I have a friend who does internet dating, and my mum actually got together with her boyfriend through internet dating, and she dated people for about 4 years, and she was doing things that I didn't consider safe, and I told her so.
So you're kind of you're on both sides of the fence. You think it's good?
No, I think you just have to be aware that people may not be presenting themselves as honestly as they might be. So you just have to have that caveat. But no, I think it's a great way to use technology to meet people.
Yeah, just another avenue.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for your time so much.
You're very welcome.
That have found success, and I mean, I think they would stop airing the commercials if they had like a high murder statistic. Like, oh, this person met this person on eHarmony and they were murdered. I think that would be...
You stop hearing "this will be" on the TV all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's...
So...
Yeah.
Have you had online dating experience yourself? Have you ever been on there and tried it?
Actually, no, but my aunts that are trying to get me into Stanford.
Okay.
They decided that my love life sucks. So they made me a profile on Match.com without me knowing.
Oh no.
And I haven't gone on there, so I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what they said about me, but hopefully they made me look good.
Say good things, right? Hopefully.
Yeah, say good things. But
sure
I don't know. I'm more of I have to go out and I have to go out and meet somebody. I'd rather meet somebody here, but I mean, I don't know. Who knows?
So you're more of a people person, kind of rather meet face to face than over.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this: what is your opinions on online dating? Are you for it? Do you think it works? Maybe not. What do you think about it?
Well, I don't have a personal opinion because I've never done it. I've never had an online dating, but I know for a fact that my brother actually met his wife through an online. It's not online dating as much as just like where you communicate with people. They met online. They're married, and I've also one of our neighbors in their 60s. They're older people. It's really hard. She's divorced. He lost his 2 wives, and they met through this matching, whatever. It's not. I don't know if you would call that
Match.com.
Match, you know,
Okay.
some kind of also online website, and they're happily married now. They are just so, you know, I mean, these are the people that I have met, and they look really happy, and that was really a good connection for them. They didn't go to bars or they didn't go anywhere, clubs or anything.
Yeah.
So they did find themselves, and they met, and they found a lot of common kind of traits and common values, and they got married.
Okay.
So,
And
so
I mean,
it's
is it healthy marriage? I mean, relationship
well, it
healthy?
looks like, you know, they've been married for 2 years. Those the neighbors.
Okay.
They seem to be happy. They seem to agree on a lot of things. I mean, they're both mature. You know, I don't know. I mean, the age also might be a difference. My brother also is in his 50s, so he's been married for 12 years now.
Oh wow.
So it's work. I mean, all marriages have problems, ups and downs, right?
Yeah.
So it's a good marriage. Yes.
And I mean, if you've heard of the catfishing or like the Craigslist killer, all the bad things kind of that happen with the online dating. I know you haven't experienced it firsthand, but you know, have you heard stories? Or what are your opinions on people that falsify a profile? Let's say I'm a nice young hot guy with abs, and I'm 20, and he's 60 in his basement with a beard.
Or he could be just a criminal,
Yeah.
just who knows what. And that's the frightening part. But wouldn't you also have that same experience with a person you meet not through online dating?
Yes.
It could be. But that's, the fact that, you know, some people might just fake their identities or just make it look much better or more attractive. I think that would be something to worry about. I mean, it's scary out there. There's so much out there, and with online dating, you don't know who you're communicating with. You don't know if that person whose picture is there is that the same person? Is that the same? Or what about, you know? And so it has a lot of negative components. So you know, of course, people would have to be more careful, cautious, I would think.
So, as far as you heard your success stories with your brother and then your neighbor. So, for you personally, would you do it if, like, I don't know if you're married or not, but if you weren't, so if you weren't married, would you do it because of all of these false profiles?
In today's age, I mean, you know, I've heard of even the newspaper ads too, the newspaper dating.
You know what? I think that the way my brother and his wife met, it was through. It's not an online.
It was like Facebook.
It was they were on a kind of a listserv, working toward kind of a cause, and they kind of communicated. So it wasn't just the purpose was not just let's just online like Match.com or those websites. And so they found a lot of things in common, sharing the same values and so on, working for a cause. Yeah. I don't know about myself. I would be afraid.
Yeah.
I would be. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, so
personally.
you're on the fence with both just because you've heard success stories. And
I did, but I don't think personally I would go ahead and do it online dating. Yeah. I hope I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
I think in today's world, I think it's a wonderful option for single people.
Okay. And have you yourself, I mean, I know you told me you haven't done online dating, but have you heard of, you know, the kind of horrors of it? The Craigslist
Oh yes,
killer?
one of my best friends actually has been on Match.com for years, and so
Okay.
I know all the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
And you still are for it, and you still think it's a great thing?
Well, yeah, I mean it's look, like anything, it can be abused, obviously. But for some people, like my friend, who is a wonderful person and is looking to meet somebody special, she's had a lot of fun with it. She's been on dates. She's gone into long-term relationships with people she's met.
And do you know anyone who's gotten married off of the websites, or?
Yes, actually, my brother.
And how's that? Is it healthy?
They divorced after about a year.
Really?
Okay.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
So-
I'm not. It
Oh,
was
okay.
no.
was she not?
No.
No. That's all. That's all you need to say. Is
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
So
But I don't think that's online dating's fault. I mean, people make mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, all
you
the
just
time.
meet the wrong
Yeah.
people.
You can
Yeah.
do the same thing if you met somebody in person.
Absolutely.
But with today's age and technology being such a popular item, do you think that, generally speaking, that more people will turn to online dating as not as an alternative, but
think
as
so.
an addition to
I think
meeting
so.
public?
Just because of where social media is going, and so many people of your generation, and how you all keep in contact with friends and meet people, I think that's the direction.
Okay.
But I also think, though, too, as you get older, when you get out of college, it's harder for people to meet folks. You know, if you don't want to do the bar scene and you're not in school anymore with people, it's a nice other alternative way to meet people, I think.
Okay.
So do you think that's gonna like ruin communication in person? Because I know like texting and stuff has ruined like talking on the phone. It's making people so nervous to talk in person and making people so awkward.
I don't know. That's a great question. Not having done it myself, I guess I'm not really the right person to answer that question.
Okay.
Like anything, it's good and it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, perfect.
Thank you
for
so
your time.
much.
Okay.
And your name
sure.
was, I'm sorry?
Patty Coleman,
Thank
history
you so much.
professor.
I don't think it works, to be honest, because I feel it's something you just have to meet the person, to be honest, to get to know him. I think it's different when you do online because you're not having like that face-to-face interaction. I mean, I know you have like webcam and everything, but it just makes things a little bit more difficult, I think.
Behind the screen is a little more tough,
Yeah.
I think, than in person.
Yeah.
But like with eHarmony and all the, Match.com, the major sites, their statistics prove that 5 out of 7 people that meet have a happy and healthy relationship. It's about, I think it's 3.5 of those people. I don't know how you get half a person, but 3.5 of those people move on to get married and have children, start a family. What do you think about that?
Well, at the same time, isn't divorce rate at 50%?
True.
And so as far as like, I know a lot of people when they meet in person, they'll like judge off looks, what they're wearing, their smell. And so online you can, get to know someone before something like that happens. And how do you feel about that?
I'm sorry, can
you repeat that? If I can answer that, well, see, the thing is, online, like, it's almost like a digital veil. You can mask what you are through, words. Just like, even you can put on fake pictures, nobody will know. Or, heavily Photoshop pictures. That's kind of interesting because that can help people that generally are not accepted by public, like they're looking for underage girls, or underage girls that wanted to look for older mates. There's always that aspect to online dating that until you actually meet this person, nobody can guarantee your safety.
Gotcha.
So if it came down to it, like you could not find anyone, like it was just so hard for you guys, like it just wasn't happening, you're in like a drought, would you guys resort to online dating? Would you guys try it out?
No, I don't think I
you still
would.
wouldn't try it out, just stick it out?
Yeah, I would be pretty comfortable living single.
Okay. All right.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much for your
Alrighty.
time.